All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect, hearing this word in truth and sincerity. So this lesson is going to be about, pretty much, the devil coming down with great wrath, man. Esau is pretty much setting a snare, mainly for the prophets. But, a lot of you people out here, y'all going to get caught up in all, this man is trying to do. And the brother I made a point yesterday, saying how Esau, it's getting so sloppy, people are realizing and Esau just moving forward too. I want to say Elder Yashawamba said it. Esau's, what he's doing is getting sloppy. And he's just moving forward with, his sloppiness. But nonetheless, it says FBI Director Ray, threats of terror attacks against the U.S. have reached a whole other level amid ongoing conflict in the Middle East. And you devils are finished, man. Like brothers say, you devils are done. Because, it made no sense to let all these migrants in knowing that, quote unquote terrorists will come in through, letting them in, but you did so because, of course, we know that, this was the plan. This was the idea behind it all anyway, to let them in, to let, certain people in, and use that to say, terrorism is going to spike up, and, now, you got people, in the U.S., that can potentially do something, So, anytime, any day now, something can happen to where Esau could use the terrorism card, man. All right. But real quick, I want to get this scripture right here, man, because when these things happen, they're going to know that the Lord has set watchmen up. Isaiah 62 and verse 6, and it says, I have set watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace day nor night. Ye that make mention of the Lord, keep not silence. The watchmen, the prophets, in the ancient world, they stand upon their watch, man. Watch for any, watch upon the walls for the enemies. Habakkuk also said that, where he said what? I will stand upon my watch. Okay. This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 1, Salakia. It says, I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer him when I am reproved. And the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. And this is what's going on right now. The vision is being made plain, man. All right, through the preaching of the word, man. The apostles, the elders of Great Millstone, the brothers on down, are pretty much going into these breakdowns, going into these prophecies, and they're making the visions known, man. So Jake has no excuse. You see, when all hell break loose out here, you scoffers, you Israelites, you entertainerites that didn't want to get the word for in sincerity, you're going to be left out there not knowing what to do because, you weren't taking heed to the prophecies when, you had the chance to. Because a lot of Israelites, they're here for entertainment. Another brother I made a point of how, Jake is only here for controversy. Only when, two brothers are going at it, that's when the views go up. But when it's an edifying lesson, and I ain't gonna lie, when I first came into the truth through the Spirit, and probably Yahweh Shem Shai, I wouldn't watch those edifying lessons. I'd be more tuned in to like more entertaining type, videos. But I've grown from that through the Spirit, and probably Yahweh Shem Shai. You gotta grow from that, man. It comes to the point to where, you're really trying to get edified. You're really trying to know what's going on, especially in these times, man. Verse 3 said, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. These visions, these prophecies, they're for an appointed time. And dealing with this certain prophecy right here, this is pretty much going to lead to, we know through the Spirit, that's going to lead to the persecution of the church. It's going to lead to, Esau coming down with great wrath. Accusations is getting ready to be made, Esau is getting ready to, pretty much come down upon the prophets, and he's just setting up the stage to do so. See, all this, terrorism talk. He's really trying to lead this into the ministry, man. And you got certain Israelite groups that are going to help this man do so, because a lot of these guys are sold out, So, to me, it's no surprise, when Jake do certain dumb things, and it's like, what are you doing, Jake? But at the end of the day, they're doing what they're supposed to do, and they took the bag. But it says FBI director has warned the public that threats of a terror attack against the U.S. have reached a whole other level due to the ongoing conflict in the Middle East. The reality is that the terrorism threat has been elevated through 2023, but the ongoing war in the Middle East has raised the threat of attack on Americans to a whole other level, Ray said in his testimony during the October 31st hearing. So Esau, this is the angle that he's coming with. He's coming through terrorism. Anybody, like brother said, anybody that got a particular, talking point, that don't agree, well, you're gonna be, categorized and labeled a terrorist. This is how the devil moves, man, operates. And this is why the scripture says in the book of Revelation, 13th chapter, right? Verse 11, and I beheld another beast coming up out of the earth. And it's talking about America. And he had two horns like a lamb. He had two horns like a lamb, and he spake as a dragon. The two horns are two political sides, two political parties, Democrats and Republicans. Because Esau, he speaks as a lamb. Through the system, he speaks as a lamb, as if, he's here for your good, man. But the time is coming to where he's going to speak like a dragon. Draconian laws are going to go out. It's going to get a lot more strict out here. We had a taste of that during the first lockdown. I remember this scripture right here was coming out a lot during that time, because, Esau, Edom, he was talking about how, the mask is for your safety, as if, he was here for your benefit, for your good. He was talking about how taking the arm candy is going to stop, you from catching the what. But a lot of people that took that, they gone now. But when people weren't going in for it, he started to speak as a dragon, man. Started to what's the word for it? Started to ban people from certain establishments. You weren't able to go into this restaurants if you didn't have this. The poke. You weren't able to work here if you didn't have it. He was speaking as a dragon. So this is what we see going on right now. More draconian laws are getting ready to go down. It says FBI director told senators that homegrown violent extremists inspired by foreign terror organizations or domestic extremists targeting specific religious or ethnic groups might exploit the ongoing conflict to carry out attacks in the United States. And remember, this is the same dude who's sitting in front of that one lady, talking about how the Hebrew Israelites, I think he said black Hebrew Israelites, are under watch of black identity extremists, something like that. So we can see the link being made. He's talking about extremists right here, but a couple years back he was talking about how the Israelites, how pretty much they labeled the Israelites as black identity extremists. So that day is coming, man. And a lot of you Israelites, man, y'all, we're all gonna be tested. Actually, that brought to mind, I want to say WFI, these Jakes, chanting, just chanting, having fun, and of course, ain't nothing wrong with having fun, but this is not the time to be doing all this. You gotta move circumspectly. And Jake just chanting all kinds of things, man. And pretty much Esau, it doesn't take, all Esau needs is that clip, a little, maybe 5 seconds of that clip of them saying, the whole word, DTA, you know what I'm saying? And pretty much he can use that on his news, man, and spin the narrative. But at the end of the day, man, you can't accuse the Lord's elect, because he's getting ready to paint us all, the T word. But at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying, you can't accuse the Lord's elect. The Lord's elect is justified. It says, in just the past few weeks, multiple foreign terrorist organizations have called for attacks against Americans in the West, We also cannot and do not discount the possibility that Hamas or another foreign terrorist organization may exploit the current conflict to conduct attacks here on our own soil, he said. So this devil is being revealed, his moves is not making sense, because once again, why would you open up the border knowing damn well that, certain terrorists can come through it, and you American people, you don't have a brain in your head because, you know what I'm saying, and that shows that Babylon is a city that dwell carelessly, If these people really had a brain in their head, they'd be like, hell no. They'd probably done something about it. But, the breads and circuses got their mind, It is you're suffering from inflation and you ain't doing nothing about it, man. So at the end of the day, all that's left is for, judgment at the end of the day, man. Psalms 119 and verse 110, the wicked have laid a snare for me, yet I erred not from thy precepts. And I brought this precept out to go into how, the wicked, Esau, Edom, this is a snare being laid, But at the end of the tunnel, at the end of the road, at the end of the day, Salakia, we're not going to err from the precepts of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, Lord willing. We're going to keep the things, we're going to keep the things, especially where it says this, because we understand that Esau, Edom, is getting ready to throw certain of us into prison. We're not going to err from our precepts, man. The scripture says, wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, man. This is Revelation 3 and verse 10, and it says, because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. The hour of temptation is when the MOTB, it's out here, man, made mandatory. You got to take this thing in order to eat, buy or sell in this new age digital system that Esau, Edom, has set up, because in Esau's eyes, the icing on the cake is to implant everybody, but you're not going to implant the elect, Esau. You're only going to get those that are not of the elect. That's why in the book of Revelation, let's get that real quick. In the book of Revelation, it talks about a judgment for those that took it, that were deceived and took it. It says, Revelation 14 and 9, and the third angel followed them, saying with a loud voice, if any man worship the beast and his image, and receive his mark in his forehead or in his hand. That's talking about the CHIP, So if you take that thing, you're finished, you're through, and if you take it, that means that you worship the beast. You thought that this was the end all be all. You saw Esau, his system as God, and this is why you took it. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of the Most High, which is poured out without mixture into the cup of his indignation. And he shall be tormented with fire and brimstone in the presence of the holy angels and in the presence of the Lamb. So Yahushua, the angels, the elect, they're going to watch those, that are not of the elect, 2/3 of our people, and the heathen. They're going to be down here burning, man, in the lake of fire, and this, when I read the scripture, man, I feel I kind of get the chills, so to speak, man, because you got to visualize these scriptures, man. Just imagine, you're down here and you just seen the missiles come down, and then boom, you just see you're burning, man. Like not you in particular. I'm just saying in general. You know what I'm saying? Like just see people burning out here, man. It's crazy. And that's a scary situation that none of us should want to be in. Verse 11 says, and the smoke of their torment ascendeth up forever and ever, and they have no rest day nor night, who worship the beast and his image, and whosoever receiveth the mark of his name. So you're not going to, Slakia, this place is going to be burning forever. That fire, all right, it's going to pretty much, devour everything, man. It's going to melt these people out here. It's going to melt the elements, like the scriptures say in the book of 2 Peter. Okay, 2 Peter chapter 3 and verse 10. I'm going to go straight to the point. But the day of the Lord will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with a fervent heat. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. What fervent heat is that talking about? The missiles, along with the fire from the chariots. That's going to melt the elements. Seeing then that all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of persons ought you to be in all holy conversation and godliness, which is your conduct, which is your lifestyle. And we're praying that, we're in that holy conversation from the world, man. It says, looking for and hastening unto the coming of the day of the Most High, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. You see? The elements are going to melt with fervent heat. Everything going down here in Babylon the Great. So where we want to be at is in them chariot, is on that chariot, that fathership. Okay? So, I just want to go through this article, man. Esau, Edom is being exposed. His lies is not holding up no more. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, Esau, Edom, what are you talking about? You open the border, you let these people in. Now you not complaining, but now you're talking about, there's an uptick in, terrorist attack here in the U.S. Well, what do you mean? You know what I'm saying? So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai Ba'ashem, Rakakodash, and double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations to the whole full elect. Shalom.